raised by the public during committee of the whole meetings. Who is to speak to this one? Councilman Congo.
Yes, thank you, Madam President. Councilwoman McCoy had an important family matter to attend, so she couldn't be here to speak to this. I'm just going to attempt to touch on it and what I believe is her intention of the resolution. I believe she just wants to make sure
there isn't the space for them to talk at that within those 30 minutes. So they do tend to come to the committee meetings to be able to speak on it. And a lot of times it is not on that committee's legislation that's on the actual committee for comment, but it's that the fact that they've been felt as though they were shut off or not able to speak based on a time frame of when they came for public comment. So I just wanted to make that note.
Councilman Turner.
Thank you, Madam President. to go to what Councilwoman Dixon says, that adds to what Councilman Johnson was stating earlier about expanding on public comment, but also the example that Councilwoman Dixon just gave also supports what Councilman Johnson was speaking of about the legislative part of the committee, them not sticking to the agenda item. If we're going back to the committee, then we have to they have to stick to the agenda item per FOIA. So we have to think of what type of platform or how we make that easier so they're not coming into the committee meeting talking about topics that aren't relevant to agenda items. Because, myself as a chair, and I know other people that are chairs, we don't want to cut the person off when they're talking about something like that. But if we're in violation of FOIA, we have no choice. So we have to make sure that we correct public comment and get it right, or even expand on it so we can kind of make it right for people to feel as though it's fair. Councilman Frill spoke about no one in the community has come to him and stated it. But in the last 3 years, I have been here at public comment, and I've heard numerous people speak about not being able to catch the list prior at 5:45 and not being able to speak prior. And they complained about the list or being there on time. So it has been said on public record and on public comment of us kind of tweaking it or helping or expanding it or changing up what we did. I think to Council President, I think you expanded this session a little further with, I think, 15 minutes, 5:45. I think before it might have been at 5:30 cutoff to speak at public comment, but you did add that other 15 minutes, and that was great. But I think that we need to think about other alternative measures to kind of get this right, or at least push the envelope towards of getting it right and being transparent and giving the public opportunity to speak. That's all I have, Madam President.
Councilman Johnson.
And again, I thank you, Councilman Turner and Councilwoman Dixon. And I'm right in line with you all in that I think we need to expand access. And again, this is doing research. I mean, if you look at the city of Philadelphia, you can call or you can email ahead of time to sign up, but it just has to be by that Wednesday by 5 p.m. the day before the session in which you're testifying. So if we have a simple email access to it, this will open it up to the community. So, again, our job is to think outside the box. Like, how can we make it easier for citizens to engage? And that may be another way that you don't have to physically be there. You can sign up through email, and obviously if you don't come, if you're not there when it's called, then you get passed. But that's a way we can open this up to our citizens, because I certainly understand, I don't hear it necessarily in my district, but in other districts I do hear the complaints. So we need to look at maybe technology as a way to opening up the city to our citizens. So that's my 2 cents, and I'm certainly looking forward to working with everyone to making sure we can open it up to the citizens using technology.
We're seeing no more discussion from members of council. Is there any comments from the public? Please introduce yourself, sir.
My name is Devon D. Marquis Hall, and I'm blessed to be here. I actually came here from Philadelphia just now. I live here in Wilmington, but I had a project that I had to do earlier today at a middle school. So I'm happy to be here. I'm sorry that I had to be here late. But technology is really something, because I was watching the live of this on City Council's website. So I was hearing what it was that was happening here. And the community has that resource available if you guys let people know. Not everybody is going to be here. Not everybody's going to come up here. But I'll tell you, whatever it is somebody comes up here to speak about is important enough for them to come up here and speak about it. So you guys, I would hope, would listen. I want you guys to listen to whatever it is somebody has in their heart, whatever it is that's affecting them, whatever it is that is hurting them. Listen to it, whether it's on the agenda or not. I heard decorum. I heard Councilman Johnson, sorry to point, but I heard you speaking about decorum. And some people don't have a University of Delaware degree. Some people didn't go to law school. Some people didn't finish middle school. They didn't even get to high school. And they don't have the same coof that you might have. And it's something that has debilitated them in a lot of ways. So they have problems that you might not be able to relate to. Sometimes what it is that they say might cut deep. It might hurt. Hanifa Shabazz, I could direct this same point to you. You might feel like someone's rubbing you the wrong way because maybe you come from the same struggle that you see other people experience, and you feel like you've been through what it is that they've been through before, and you made it through, so you feel like they can do it too. So if they haven't, you question their direction. Help them, guide them, do what it is that you can to support that person's growth. Do whatever it is that you feel like they need you to do. There's a couple there's a UD professor up here, right? But we got to remember, University of Delaware is only 3% African American student population. It's 20% minority, 3% African American. Same guy told me that he took his degree from University of Delaware. He didn't go down there and he didn't beg for it. He worked for it. He said he took his degree. There's a difference between going down and taking something and begging for something, pleading for something, and then just feeling like, Ash, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
So you have 10 minutes, sir. 10 seconds, sir.
This here, Delaware Leg Hall, we want to make things more like Delaware Leg Hall. I said during the meeting without any decorum at all out loud that Delaware Leg Hall is a plantation. If you walk into that building and you look at the pictures on the walls.
5 seconds, sir.
When you look at the seal of Delaware, it's 2 white men. I would love for it to be a white man and a black woman, or a black man and some kind of diversity, but it's 2 white men. And every picture on that wall is a white person. There's a lot that needs to be done.
Thank you.
I just wanted to make a comment. Thank you, Mr. Hall, for always being engaged. This is why we are, City Council tomorrow has the Delaware Black 365 event. Yes, it's tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. And the point is to celebrate the history of our people. And we all come from different backgrounds. We certainly understand that. And our job, I know my job is always trying to see how we can make it engage folks, because I think we have heard a lot of comments about people not being engaged. So how can we go out in communities to people that aren't coming to meetings? How can we give them what they need to stay up to date on what we're doing? So thank you.
Told me about this meeting? Dion Wilson told me about this meeting. I didn't even know this meeting was happening right now.
Thank you, sir.
I wouldn't have known if he didn't tell me.
Well, that concludes the discussions of the items on today's agenda. With that, I accept the motion for adjournment. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.